Yo, what's the word, everybody? It's your boy Rashad. For those who don't know me, just another man on this earth that just want to spit some knowledge to you and help you out. Just like I wish somebody would help me out, because sometimes I never really looked at content the way I make it now. And I never really seeked content the way I seek it now. And the content I really make, bro, if you was to look at my channel and go back to my very first video and the first couple videos I was posting, bro, I was doing public interviews, bro. I would have never seen myself making this type of content. But yeah, I have a couple of real good gems I want you to know, and I'm gonna be making a little bit longer yap sessions, whatever y'all want to call it, but it's really just free game for life that I know that I wish I knew before, just being my age and just, walking through life, because of course life doesn't have any instructions, bro. And I said this yesterday to one of my friends, and it was like, life don't come with no rule book, bro. So to just say the first thing, bro, never set realistic goals, because you can get a realistic life out of setting goals for it. And despise the word realistic, because it's based on what others who have probably been operating at only the first 3 degrees of action have accomplished and believe was possible. Realistic thinking is based on what others think is possible, but they are not you, and have no way of knowing your potential purposes. If you are going to set goals based on what others think, then be sure you do it based on what the giants on this planet think. And this is from a book I just read. Obviously, you seen I was looking down, so I got other couple things that's on my notepad. But yeah, bro, I just wanted to start this video off like this, because it's gonna be obviously a long video, as you see the time frame. But yeah, just know, bro, you set your own goals. Don't make your goals realistic, because when you make them realistic, you obviously get a realistic life out of it. So set some goals that if somebody were to see them, they would be like, what the you know what I'm saying? Because they don't see you. They don't see they self doing that. So they saying, what the fuck is, you talking about? You might seem crazy to them, but this is your goal. This is yours. So maybe you would inspire them to set some unrealistic goals for themselves. So don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as a good thing, because the fact that they are limiting themselves, and the fact that you aren't limiting yourself, knowing that there's more to life, you can help them out. Next thing I want to talk about is worrying. When people worry, and I feel like everyone does this, and if you feel like you don't, good for you. And we always look for something to worry about, someone to worry about, something to worry about, just anything. When something's going very, very good, we always put ourselves in a bad state of mind of anxiety and depression because of worry. Why do we do that? Because of life's going amazing? You don't think you deserve an amazing life with no worry? Why? Because we deserve this. We say we deserve these high vibrating affirmations to ourselves. So when life is going wonderful, why are we looking for something to think about and worry about? Because when you truly think about it, imagine yourself with no worry. You have all the money in the world, you got all the clothes, the people you like, the abundance of just being that higher version. Just imagine yourself being there right now. Do you think about yourself worrying? You don't even think about something to worry about, because you have everything in the world that you could possibly think of. So why do we think about it now? Because we got bills to pay? Because we don't have a certain amount of money in our account, that shouldn't matter. Materialistic things should not matter and dictate how you feel about yourself, because at the end of the day, everything is a material. It can be taken away from you. And what can't be taken away from you is your heart, the way you think, your subconscious. And when people think about what you have no control over, you might say, oh, I only worry about what I have control over. You shouldn't be worrying about anything, first off. And second off, how are you thinking about and not worrying about nothing you have control over, but you have really control over everything? So that's really cap. Because let me explain. I went over this in another video, but if you're new and you haven't seen that other video, I said, okay, for instance, you get rear-ended. There's tons of different ways where you could have had control over this, and you could have not been there when you got rear-ended, right? It could have been a different street. It could have been a different time you left out. Maybe you're running late. Maybe you're even on time. But there's maybe another way you could have taken. Is that the true way, the true place that you wanted to go? Yes or no? If it is, hey, again, there's certain ways, certain things you could do to avoid certain things. And I believe that we have control of the internal and the external. I'm not telling you, yeah, you have control over how people think, but you have control over how you think. You have control over how your aura is. So if people try to do things to affect you, and they're not really aware of what they're saying, what they're doing, that's when you need to bring it to their attention, or not even bring it to their attention. You need to be aware of it and not really feed into their obligations, their beliefs, because you have your beliefs. And if a person lashes out at you because they rear-ended you because you're just so happen here at this red light, doo-doo-doo, you see a person in the back speeding. If you see him speeding, move out of the way. But I get it. Sometimes you really don't have control over it. But again, I want you to understand that you still have control over a lot of things in this world, as long as you know that, as long as you can believe that. Because a lot of people are easy to just say, oh, I didn't have control over it. Yeah, you did. You did. Little did you know, but you were so quick to pass that controlling portion onto some other entity, under some other person or anything of that nature. It was just easy to pass it on instead of just taking full responsibility. So now let's talk about the law of assumption. And a lot of people know what I'm talking about because the phrase is really delusional. Fake it until you make it, right? The Lulu is the Salulu, whatever you want to say. And you say, yeah, I'm attached, and I assume, you know, I'm this higher version, I'm this better version, I am this high vibrating person. And the thing is, a lot of people are doing this wrong because you are constantly thinking about it. When you know that you are assuming that you are a millionaire, so you know that you're a millionaire, you know what's in your bank account, let it go. Detach from it and no longer think about it. Because why are you constantly thinking about it? The more you think about it, the more it's on your conscience, and the more you are attached to it. Because these things, these objects, sorry, it's not focusing, I don't know why, but these things, these objects, these materials, these people, frequency that you assume yourself, being in and being involved with. You think about it constantly, and you don't allow it to be attracted to you, because there's a saying, if you want butterflies to come to your garden, you make a garden. So you are assuming, and you are putting the work in, knowing that you are still a millionaire. You are taking the actions of a millionaire because you are a millionaire. And if I were to give you $10 million right now, you still would not be a millionaire. Because why? You don't have any knowledge of anything how to become a millionaire. So my thing is, detach from everything. Know it and detach from it. Because like I said before, life has really no rule book. We follow the Bible, and there's good versions of the Bible with certain religions and certain things that people just believe in. Not faulting anybody for it, but we've been developed into having this average mindset, and that's what we're getting into next, because it's the average and above average, and the above average is always constantly doing things to just better themselves, and they know that they bring this certain aura to the world, this certain value to the world, because that's the only way you'll become very rich, is to provide value. And how do you provide value? The first step is for you to provide value to yourself. Reading, praying, saying these affirmations, saying I love myself, saying and doing the things that you know that is correct. And you may say, I don't know, how will I know if it's correct? Because you know. All right? You want everything. Everybody wants everything. And why do they want everything? Because they see people, the above average, have it. Not knowing the work ethic that they have to put in, but not even the work ethic. It's the state of mind that they're in. Because certain people don't even believe that they can have this $1 million in their account. They never imagined it. They see other people succeeding, so they project their self-beliefs onto other things, onto other people. And it's sad, but that's what just happens. And sometimes the people they tell it to fall into the trap of another person's self-belief. So if you feel like you're that person, I'm here to tell you that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to, and that you put the work towards, and that you know that you can do. Because anything is possible. Anything is. And another thing is I want to talk about is credit. Getting credit in this world is very valuable, because you never know that your credit can actually help you. You need credit to get a car. They run credit when you purchase a house, when you rent, when you buy a car, of course. Credit is played like a game with the people that know what to do with it. Because let me tell you a couple things that will boost your credit. I know AVA, it's an app. Tap into that. And Credit Strong are two apps that I've been using that they have been definitely helping my credit score out. And Kickoff. Tap into those. You'll thank me later. And there's several other ones, but I want you to make sure that you're doing your research on some, because you can sign up for something and then they're blasting you with emails, and now you can't unsubscribe to them, So make sure you're doing your research. Don't be just putting your information in and just saying, oh yeah, you're helping my credit. Open up primaries and have no knowledge of it. Now you have some random company with your banking information. Not a good thing. So do your research. Do your research. Now, imagine this. You close your eyes and God tells you, actually you meet God, and he tells you everything will be okay. Everything that you have thought of and desired will happen. It will happen, and don't worry, because all of the stuff that you've gone through, it will be worth it, because this, what you desire, will happen. And then poof, you wake up. How would you act? How would you act? Because now you know, and now you're moving with a sense of urgency. Now you have habits that are helping you win. Now that God has told you it will happen, what are you going to do? Sit back and just let it happen? Or are you going to make sure that it happens, knowing that it happens, knowing that it won't just fall in your lap? Because he also still says, I might have missed out something. He still says, continue to do what you do. Seek more, of course, seek more knowledge, and challenge yourself. Because us as humans, we love challenges. Little do you know. You might say, oh, I'm not competitive. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And what you need to focus on is just keep learning. Never stop learning. There is so much abundance in this world to an infinity and beyond, just as much as information there is in this world that you need to know, that you can know. So sometimes I get one of my best buddies at work. He said, how are you so calm? I had a bunch of stuff to do, and he was like, you're just so calm. I love it. And it's just the fact that I'm in the present moment. I'm loving that I have a job. I'm loving I got clothes on my back. I'm just in the moment, right? Because I know this moment isn't forever. And that's the thing. Sometimes in full massacre, in full fire, like that dog in the picture of fire, he's just sitting there with his feet crossed and hands. It's like, is it really necessary? Because I know either I'll get out of this, or I just, maybe it's my time. But regardless, I'm in this present moment. I'm happy. I'm okay with it. So, my friends, I want you to know that God is telling you, this is the sign that God tells you you're on the right path. And because you're at this end of this part of the video, I know that there's something deep inside of you that is wanting more. And you may want it now. But I'm here to tell you, if you got it now, would you know what to do with it? You may say yes. What would you do with it? How would you become another millionaire if I gave you $1 million? Do you know? You might have several ideas, and that's okay. But do you know if they work? Oh yeah, I have good confidence. Awesome. That's the best answer you could say. But for people that said no, this is the process. And for the people that said yes, this is the process. The process never stops. And I want you to know that the process is where the playground is. This is the playground. Think of life like a video game, because like I said, it doesn't come with the rule book. We have our 10 commandments, and all of the 10 commandments don't do those. But I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just here to enlighten you and help you out on being a better person, thinking better, knowing that you can be a better version, knowing that there is a better version that's already inside of your head. You just have to get out of this aspect of, oh, I need it now. Oh, I just wish I had this. Stop. Do what you need to do today and focus on today. That's it. That's all. Any decision you want to make it. Do it with no regret. Because who knows what can happen tomorrow? If something happens tomorrow, it's going to be something good. I'm telling you, it's going to be something good, because something good is always coming out of something. You learn something. And if you don't learn anything, then that's the problem. Because now you're not becoming more aware of how positive you can really be when certain things happen. Because I can give you so many scenarios on how something can happen, and you can look at the positive side of it and make it into a positive instead of a negative. All right? So, again, everybody, make sure you're tapping in with the Patreon if you want to talk to me daily and just know what I learned, Add me on Instagram, because I'm constantly dropping about like 3 times a week on there. So, but to end this off, my friends, know that you are successful now. God has told you everything you want and you desire will happen. Continue to seek knowledge and continue working. Continue knowing that you're a winner. Don't worry. And what else? What's the last thing? Don't worry, and what else? Stay authentic. All right, my people, I love you. I'll see you in the next one.